Good Saturday evening to you. I'm Dakota Makris. Another big game for the Kentucky Wildcats, heading down to Georgia to face the top-ranked Bulldogs. Our sports director John Lowe joins us now with more details on the big game.
That's right, Dakota. The game that everyone has been hyping up for the past week finally hitting the field. Let's go to those highlights. Kentucky making the trek in between the hedges against Georgia. After an uneventful first quarter, first play in the second, Georgia's Stetson Bennett finds James Cook on a slant route. He walks right in. Dogs strike first. Cats on the ensuing drive, they'd go 3 and out. So Georgia again here. Bennett with the handoff to Zamir White. He rambles 24 yards into the end zone. Dogs up 14-0 very quickly. But Big Blue would wake up. Here's Levis back to pass. He's rocked right here, loses the ball. It was ruled a fumble, but look at the ball control here on this replay. He's hit, but he holds on to the ball and passes, so it is ruled an incomplete pass after replay, and the Cats take advantage. After a pass interference call, Levis to Justin Riggs in the back of the end zone. Cats get on the board, 14-7 going into halftime. But Georgia would be just too much in the second half. Bennett to Bowers from 27 yards out here, 21-7 Dogs right there, and Georgia takes the win at home. 30-13, Kentucky loses their first game of the season. They'll go into a bye week next week, and we'll have much more later on, including post-game comments from Mark Stoops. His news conference just now getting underway. You can catch that on our website and on Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime later on tonight. Dakota?
All right, John, thank you very much. Over in Lexington, the Tin Roof has been rocking all afternoon as Cats fans watch their team from afar. Hundreds gathered to catch the big game on the big screen, and Big Blue Nation is getting loud for every first down, defensive stop, and big catch they make. Take a listen to what some Cats fans had to say about the game day experience.
You know, I once committed to UK back in 2004, so, you know, this is like a dream come true. Hometown kid, getting to see my Cats possibly knock off number 1 team in the country. Don't get no better than that.
It feels amazing being at UK right now as a senior, seeing the football team do so good. We're all out here cheering for them, and we love to cheer on the Cats.
The fans we have spoken with tell us they are just proud to see their team in this position and playing in prime time.
Well, the fall weather is back across the mountains. That cold front moved out and the cooler temperatures have moved into our area. Let's take a look outside our front door here at WYMT. That sun's starting to set. We're under mostly clear skies, so those temperatures are going to begin falling like a rock as we go throughout the rest of tonight. Check out this gorgeous sunset here at Buffalo Mountain. Those temperatures were in the lower 60s already, though, falling off into those middle 50s out there on top of Buffalo Mountain. We're in those middle 50s for many locations, already down to 46 over in Wise, 53 in Pikeville, 54 for both Jackson and Hazard, and 55 over in London, also over into Somerset. Up on Pinpoint Doppler, we are dry as a bone tonight. That will continue as we go into the rest of tonight and into your Sunday and really into your next work week. But it is going to be pretty chilly out there as we sit under mostly clear skies. I got that full forecast coming up for you just a little bit later. Dakota.
All right, Cameron, thank you so much. The Bluegrass Council of Scouts of America hosted its 8th annual shooting event. WYMT's Chaz Jenkins is there with more.
A unique event offered to boys and girls across the country.
It's out in this rural setting. It has a very good title sponsor in the Kentucky Colt Association. It's an inexpensive event, but it's an exciting event for the kids.
With attendance down due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
We're down in numbers, we're down in the units, particularly in the rural areas. So it's a real welcome thing to see doing it here, for one thing, but also just that we're back doing what we used to do.
Event coordinators and participants citing a need to join Scouts of America.
So for number 1, it looks great on a resume. Number 2, it builds leadership and character. And number 3, you make a lot of great friendships, and it's a lot of fun.
We learn that we aren't alone in this world. We learn to relate to people we don't know necessarily, but we figure out how we work together to accomplish things.
As the Scouts involved in the event were excited for the activities available, like shooting shotguns.
Like shotguns, the first and foremost thing that I love about this event. It's what's fun for me. I just love being outdoors. Like, that's part of being a Boy Scout, is that and knots.
Providing opportunities for their fellow Scouts. In Knott County, Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, we are told the event had more than 150 kids participate. The first annual Cruising with Cruisers car show kicked off today in Whitesburg. Kentucky State Police hosted the event at the old Whitesburg High School. Local car owners and police departments, as well as a variety of KSP cars, were on display. Trooper Matt Gayhart says they wanted to raise funds for their Shop with the Trooper program.
Shop with the Trooper is done by 100% donations and charitable funds. So without events like this, we simply couldn't do that event. And that affects lots of children here in our area that may not get a Christmas otherwise. So it's very important and it's something that we continue to do.
Troopers also honored late Trooper David Combs by driving a 1978 Ford police cruiser to the Overlook. Trooper Gayhart said, quote, "I think David would be proud that we are continuing to carry the torch that he carried for many years." The 2021 VFW Fall Conference is currently underway, and for the first time, the conference is being held right here in Eastern Kentucky. Our Jordan Mullins has more from the conference and from the vets who convened there in Pikeville.
Combat vets from across the state came together for the 2021 VFW Fall Conference in Pikeville.
Usually it's in Louisville or, like I said, Bowling Green, or they're always there. Like, we always have them on those areas, and it's awesome. We're going back to Bowling Green in the spring. It's going to be awesome. But, like, it's time that, we come back to actually the roots of Pikeville. And we got a big district here.
The first of its kind in Eastern Kentucky, the Pikeville VFW Post number 3769 has wanted to host the event in Pikeville for some time.
This was the vision of a past comrade, James Curry. He wanted to see this happen, but unfortunately he's passed away. So this is in memorial to him also.
Coming together with fellow veterans to catch crucial VFW information.
That's where we get together for this quarter, see what's going on in the state, like financial, business, whatever. We have like award presentations and legislative agendas coming out to like KDVA, and you get to know what's going on throughout the state, like say what bills we got to back, what bills are going on.
And although vets make up less than 2% of the population,
we're a very small group and we have some very tight bonds, even though if there's a veteran that served in the Army or once served in the Marine Corps, we understand each other. The different branches have their different missions, but in the end, it's protection of the country.
They make a large impact in our country and in our communities. In Pikeville, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, Sesco and Hilton both say they look forward to having more VFW conferences and events in Pikeville in the future. A fallen World War II veteran has finally been laid to rest in his hometown of McKee earlier today. 20-year-old Burton J. McQueen was killed in combat in France in 1944, but it was only not until July of this year that his remains were positively identified. Community and military members, along with McQueen's remaining family, held a memorial and funeral service, laying his body to rest in the cemetery next to the church he grew up in.
But it's such an awesome day. I am so thankful for this day. It's to bring him full circle, bring him back home again after all these years. It's just amazing.
Now tomorrow will mark 78 years since McQueen left home to defend his country. An effort to clean up the Tug Fork River has opened doors for a community in southern West Virginia. Kim Rafferty has more.
The Tug Fork River was recently designated a West Virginia water trail. Groups that have advocated for this say this designation by the West Virginia Department of Transportation opens so many new doors when it comes to tourism. I spoke to the group involved in getting this designation, Friends of the Tug Fork River. They say for the past 3 years they've been working to clean up the river with the Department of Environmental Protection and agencies like the Williamson Fire Department, saying in one small stretch of the river, nearly 4,000 tires are removed from it. John Burchett with Friends of the Tug Fork say getting this designation means they can apply for grants, use the river for tourism like kayaking and fishing, and for an area that has lost the coal industry, relying on the river for tourism in places like the Hatfield-McCoy Trail system gives a whole new meaning to the area.
The main goal would be to clean the river up, to attract tourism. Our coal economy is nowhere near what it used to be. Coal was the main driver of our economy here. Traditionally, it has been pretty much the only industry in the area. and it's fallen off.
John says with these cleanups and this designation, it gives a new respect for the river.